Hi everyone, and welcome back to the third part of this networking series. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the first two episodes where I talk about how to message people on LinkedIn as well as cold emailing. If you're finding this content helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help out this channel. As I've mentioned countless times in other videos in this channel as well as just in this series, networking is crucial. Regardless of where you are in life, like school or employed full-time, you're constantly networking. Networking is helpful if you're ever just looking for generic advice, to learning about something new, to even landing your next job. That's why I highly emphasize the importance behind networking, as well as share different modes in doing so. In my last two videos, I was mainly focusing on how to reach out to different people on different platforms and cold messaging strangers, which can be a bit tough. So today, we're gonna take a step back together and focus on networking within our own social circle. As I just mentioned, the main difference between networking via LinkedIn or email versus your social circle is that you already know that person you're already reaching out to. You've established a relationship with them and don't have to build as much trust in comparison to someone you're randomly messaging and hoping to hear back from online. There's usually less nerves and fear involved, hopefully, and your friends and family will normally be willing to help you. Throughout our lives, we develop, increase, and decrease the people within our social circle. From having best friends in elementary school, to colleagues in college, to professionals at our work environment, we choose who we want to interact with. And even if the people in our circles pursue different ventures in life completely unrelated to what you're involved in, they may still know someone who they can put you in touch with to learn more. Mutual networking happens more than you think. All you need to do is simply bring up the conversation of what it is you're trying to do and let the cards fall into place. If you don't ask, you don't get. By even slightly going out of your comfort zone to ask someone for advice or help, you're building confidence in practicing your communication skills. You're learning what you did right or wrong and how you can improve for the future. And also, having that conversation with someone will also have them keep you in mind. So if someone comes along in their social circle, they can refer you to them. There's also a silver lining and benefit in disguise, so never worry about rejection or not getting what you'd initially hoped for. Unlike LinkedIn and cold emailing, networking with your friends or family doesn't require a script, elevator pitch, or anything fancy at all. In fact, I actually recommend that you avoid anything like that entirely. Be natural. After all, they're your friends and family, and they know you for who you are. It's alright to be confident, but don't be pushy, because it can leave a bad taste and potentially have them not wanting to help you out. Just like what I've mentioned in my other videos, always be respectful and friendly. You can have these conversations naturally come up when hanging out with friends, or during family gatherings, or whenever you think it's the appropriate time. For instance, you don't want to be asking your cousin or family member about their work during a funeral. I've actually done this. You don't want this. Now, you might be asking, Ryan, I initially wanted to go to med school or law school, and now I've transitioned into something entirely different, but my friend circles all remain the same. So what should I do? And that's completely understandable. I was pre-med for more than half of my undergraduate years. I was so determined to go to medical school, so through shadowing doctors and taking medical related coursework, I naturally came across people and friends who were like-minded and sharing similar goals with me professionally. So when I ended up transitioning into consulting, I had no one really to guide me and had to do most of my research on my own. I never believe you should drop your friends or encourage you to pursue an entirely new friend circle, but it is better to just expand your social circle in general. I know it's easier said than done and it takes time, but we all have to start from somewhere. Once you get the ball rolling, it gets easier because you're building momentum. You'll be going out to more social events and spending more time with their mutual friends, so your sphere of influence will continue to keep growing. For me, I jumped industries from medicine to a more business-oriented position, so having to network from scratch felt like an uphill battle. But there are so many great ways just to get started. If you're in high school or college, you should definitely join an organization, whether that be social or professional, with people who are interested in that profession, for example. You might have never met that person in one of your classes or on campus, but the more involved you are, the larger your network gets. I strongly advocate joining clubs on campus because they add so much more value than what you just learn in class. You could network with others and be in the loop for future networking nights. You could be listening and meeting guest speakers, and you could be taking part in various activities. In addition to all these benefits, you also get to learn more about what it is you are trying to do one day after graduating. In addition to all this, it also serves as a great point to mention during your resume as well as when you're going in for that interview. And if there isn't an organization on campus that has what it is you're looking for, be a leader for others to follow and start that organization. I can assure you there will be other people interested, and then it's just a matter of publicizing and marketing that club. And for someone who's working and doesn't have access to high school or college clubs or organizations, then no worries. Your company might have corporate events or programs meant for you to develop yourself professionally. If you attend most of these opportunities available, I'm certain you'll start seeing more results and expanding your social circle. It can be a little intimidating, but I promise you the outcome will be better than you'd ever imagine. Even when it came to making these videos at first, I was nervous. I didn't know what my friends or family were thinking, and what if nobody would watch? And you're essentially sharing yourself with the entire world. I know that making it on YouTube is a challenge, and video recording and editing is new to me, so sorry if the editing isn't that great, but making these videos is my passion. Even if one person finds one line in a single video helpful, that means I've done my job, and that's what makes me happy, because I'm putting myself out there in hopes of helping others who are wanting to go down a similar path. I didn't have too much guidance starting out, which was tough, and I don't want that for other people. With that being said, it's clear and simple that a conversation with a friend or family member can go a long way. Share in the comments below your experiences when it came to networking within your social circle, and let me know if you have any questions. If you'd like more information when it comes to networking or just want more general career advice, visit my website ryanrafi.com to schedule a one-on-one appointment. As always, thanks, and remember, you gotta network to get work.